So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hey, now what you say? Nah, it's your girl LaTangela Fay, the voice inside your speaker box. And you know it does my heart well to have this time together for another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. I really enjoy sharing this space where we can unplug, unwind, and sometimes just tap in. I'm the queen of random research. Some news I read, probably can't use it, but if I read it, I got to tell it to someone, so I might as well tell it to you. Oh, and you never know who's going to be in the hot seat or on the tan line, but I've got questions that need answers. And today, the lineup is simply amazing. Let's play Guess Who. Okay, so the hardware and the catalog alone is enough to keep us entertained. But let's just say, Mr. Maybe I Deserve. Okay, let's say Miss Pretty Girl Rocks. Let's say Miss You'd Be a Fool Not to Take Me As I Are. Okay, let's say Mr. I Wish. Mr. Has Me So Emotional. Okay, I give up. I can't hold it any longer. It's none other than Tank, Keri, Hilson, and Carl Thomas. All three will be in the hot seat and on the tan line with the R&B Money Tour. They're kicking it off in New Orleans. I've got questions that need answers. May 10th at the Fillmore. Hold tight. There's more. You already know that I'm going to give it to you like no one else can. I have a lot of questions that need answers, and they're going to give it to us. But one thing I came across this week that I really wanted to share, and I wanted to say it outside of, where your regular family and friends and coworkers can hear it, because you don't really want to put them up on game, but I'm going to tell it to you. Disney have code words, and it's okay for Disney to have their code words, but I have a few that I really want to adopt. I have a couple that I'm going to add into my vocab. And whenever you hear me use these words, just know. Security at Disney, all of their theme parks, they involve different code words. For instance, if you hear a park employee refer to someone as a treasured guest, it's an expression used by staff to refer to a visitor who is rude or would like to cause trouble. They're being a little difficult. It's used when a staff needs to communicate with another that we're going to need a little backup on this because this is not going the way that I need it to. Oh, I have so many treasured guests around here sometimes. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to use that one. Okay. Disney also used the protein spill. Let's just say they've had a little too much to hold down. The protein spill, well, we'll just leave that where that is. And white powder alert is when someone tries to scatter a loved one ashes in the theme park. I didn't even know that was a thing, but according to Mental Floss, it is. Yeah, I can't unread that. What was that? White powder alert? Y'all going to Disney trying to scatter ashes? It's the happiest place on earth. Don't depress me. That's not gonna work. Wow. Well, in case you haven't noticed, there's this thing called the bro code. Ladies, no matter how much we want to trust him, no matter how much we want to say he's on our side and he loves to communicate with us, there's a bro code and he's going to stick it out with his boys. Why is it that fellas can always stick it out to the bro code? Okay, it's an us versus them mentality. According to random research, loyalty is the backbone of a man's friendship. It's how they show that they actually care. So, females will walk up to each other. We'll pour out our hearts. We'll tell you all of our problems. We'll go have a spa day. It's the loyalty with the fellas. He was with me. I'm his alibi. That's how they say, I care. Y'all better find another way to show you care, because if I ask you, I expect to get the truth out of you and your bro. No bro codes. You hear me? No bro codes. For all of the single willing to mingle, if you've been trying to figure out how many people should you date before you can feel confident in saying that you found the one, I don't know. This one raised an eyebrow for me. It states a dozen. Now, follow me, we're going somewhere. It states that you have to reject 12 people, then pick the next one that you feel you have a connection with. Because sometimes in decision making, if you do it before you get to a dozen, you could be missing out on the love of your life. However, they did state that you don't want to reject 30 or more because now you're just being too picky. I'm like, I thought 12 was excessive. Now you're telling me 30? That's a lot going on. Swipe right, swipe left, up, down. I don't know. Is this just like an app thing or these actual dates? Like, okay, I'm just going to leave that there. 'Tis the season for some spring cleaning. I call myself getting in the mood and doing all of this spring cleaning. Well, there's something stating that you should cut back just a tad when it's time for you to do all of the spring cleaning. You want to leave some of the dust bunnies according to some of the random research. Those dust bunnies under your children's beds especially said that they're doing the kids some good. Asthma and allergy research says that exposing the children as young as 3 months to common household dust and all of the germs appears to protect them from developing either asthma or allergies. Did you know? I did not. As kids develop their immune system, they start fighting off the allergens, and experts explain that sometimes, just sometimes, you want to leave a little bit of the dust there just so they can get used to it. Now, how big of a kid is it? Because sometimes I just don't feel like going all the way under the couch or all the way on the ceiling fan. So does that count me in or no? No? Okay. Office personalities. Let's just take a random poll. I don't want you to point any fingers. I don't want you to call any names. Think about all of the office personalities that you have to deal with. A lot. Right? Especially on a day-to-day basis. There are so many personality types in every office. I came across this random research that listed a few that said they might be a little more threatening than we care to admit. So they call the exploder, the charismatic and charming one, but also like a powder keg, just ready to explode at the drop of a dime, especially if they do not get their way. The empty pit. This coworker has a lot of personal problems. And they actually seem to feel a little more prone to make you feel guilty if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to chime in, if you're not being as empathetic as they want you to be in that moment. And the pedestal smasher, the one that puts you on a pedestal only to find ways to chip away at it and to bring you down. Got to be more careful. Well, either or, I want you to join the conversation. Coming up, I got the inside scoop for you on some of the power foods that we really need to add to our menu. Taste the Tange is being brought to you by who? Who has the best of the capital city and surrounding areas? Well, these are questions that need answers. And of course, if you would like to be a guest, all you have to do is submit your information. Hit me up at LaTangela.com. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and sharing this space today with LaTangela Show Podcast. I've teamed up with Gordon McKernan, injury attorney with Tan Cares and Gordon Gives. We highlight nonprofit organizations and community stakeholders that's doing their part to pay it forward, doing our part to bring some funds, have some fun, and raise awareness, right? Well, recently we've launched the 225 bulletin board. Now, hear me out. I need your help with this. Nominate teachers or support team members that's going above and beyond day in and day out to pay it forward, to pour into our babies to get it done. You got it? All you have to do is log on. Nominate them right now at 225bulletinboard.com. Again, that's 225bulletinboard.com. Once you do that, you'll give us their nomination. We'll select 2 winners each month. Now, the 2 winners, they'll receive $250 each and some space on our billboards as a token of our appreciation to say thank you. We see you. We appreciate you. We cannot do this without you. And, we like to call it nurturing the future in the present, because what you do today really makes it a much better place tomorrow. So go ahead, log on right now to 225bulletinboard.com and place your nominations. I am super excited about the feedback thus far. And wow, those first 2, there's some heavy hitters. We'll be making those announcements real soon. real soon. I love going through some of the random research. And before we bring in Tank, before we bring in my girl, Keri Hilson, before we bring in Mr. Summer Rain, Cora Thomas, I got a little bit more of this random research for you. Now, when you start talking about they didn't teach it, what are some of the things in school that you wish they would have taught us, but the conversation just never came up? Well, according to random research, they said Americans believe that we should have been taught workplace etiquette, how to clean or do laundry, and relationship guidance. Now, of course, all of these are courses that we can take. Some of them are personal development, but they feel as if they should have been in the curriculum before we got out of high school, right? Now, are these some of the things that you would like to see implemented? Because I kind of look around sometimes like, who told you that was okay? Where did you get that from? Why? Just why? I'm with that. I see it. I see it. No, that's news you can't use. I don't like that one. And then no, don't want that one. Okay. Now here it is. I'm a stickler for writing letters, sending cards. I can tell you the price of a stamp. And not too many people will say, look, I like you enough. I like you enough to buy a book of stamps because it's getting expensive. So I really got to care to send you a letter. But there is power of pen and paper, and you should never underestimate it. If you want to sharpen your brain, according to random research, you should use a pen and paper instead of typing and instead of texting it into your phone. Writing by hand improves your memory. A recent study asked volunteers to type a word or write it in cursive, and they found that handwriting increased connectivity. It got the brain to work in the different regions, and it was key to memory formation. Otherwise, typing had absolutely no impact. I mean, typing got to have some kind of impact, but I can see what you're saying. The kids are going to be mad at me for this, so I'm just going to say it and leave it here. Don't be mad at the messenger, but the message will be loud and clear. Even though they're going to hate me for it, I'm going to say it. You might want to postpone giving your kids a cell phone. Can I say that again? You might want to postpone giving your kids a cell phone. According to random research, cell phone usage is causing our children to lose sleep, to get less exercise, and to spend less time with other children. Now, they also stated that when kids begin to start using their phones, they always come up more self-conscious. It lowers their self-esteem, and it causes depression and anxiety. Let's be fair and say it's not just for kids. Adults suffer with that. So maybe sometimes it's okay to say, I'm going to put the phone down for an hour. I'm going to put the phone down or take a social media, I don't know, purge for a day. Could you go a week without your social media? Okay, well, who knows? I don't know. But either or, you might want to postpone with that one. If you want to get people to say yes to you, there's a simple technique that's proven to work. Now, I don't know who they surveyed for this, but they said it's a proven fact that if you smile, people will be more prone to tell you yes when you ask a favor. I was not surveyed for this because I look at you with a smile on your face and a straight look on mine and be like, studies have shown that the most powerful tool for persuading others is simple as a smile. When someone sees you smile, they experience some type of a feeling that increases them to say, all of these feel-good chemicals are starting to turn. You're smiling, I'm smiling. Sure, whatever you need. Let me hold some. Cheese. I want you to keep it locked right for your habit. If you would like to be a guest in the hot seat on the tan line, I would love to hear from you. Be sure to drop me the line at LaTangela.com. Keep it locked. I don't want you to miss this interview.
So some of them you'll see on camera, like LaTangela, and some you may not.
All right. Hi, LaTangela.
Good morning, sunshine. How y'all doing?
Is that what we're doing? We throwing out the melodies? Is that what we're doing?
Listen,
Melodies from heaven?
y'all gonna let me get this fangirl moment out Oh, do you hear me? Like, oh my God. When they say, look, you're going to get the powerhouse, I was like, yes, I'm going to show up. Maybe not, but all of you showed up to show out. And New Orleans is waiting on you to feel more. Let's just get the business out of the way right now. You're kicking it off, talking about that R&B money tour. So let's get this money. Let's get some real R&B. We got none other than Tank, Mr. Maybe I Deserve. I done left that on so many answer machines. Press play. Keri Hilson, listen, let me tell you something. I know you're going to represent for the ladies and none other than Carl
Yes.
Thomas. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. Even better now that I have all of you in the hot seat and on the tan line. Tell me a little bit about the vision of getting all three of you on this one powerful ticket.
Well, very, very tough business. You know what I mean? To get to get all three. You know what I'm saying? It's really strategic about timing and a whole in business and a whole bunch of other things. But I think the nuance that really makes it special is that we're all friends and we're all like-minded in the pursuit of putting this R&B on a great stage, man, and giving the people exactly what they need and deserve from R&B. So I think that's the key right here. You know what I mean? Us coming together just as friends and loved ones and peers to do something really great, man. I think the focus is unified, man. And I think starting in New Orleans, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where we get, where I get to make sure I get in there and get the Neos and get them char-grilled oysters in my body, baby. You understand?
Some beignets, a little etouffee. One thing for sure, we need you. We gonna keep you.
Look at here, bruh.
I said, bro, you heard me?
Take care of me, bruh.
And you already know we will.
Wow.
Hi. Every time y'all show up, we show out. And the fact that you're going to kick it off here screams volume. So to get their tickets right now, don't be at the door yelling, I can't get in. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm getting my ticket today. It's a family reunion. And it's like the hits, the hardware, all of y'all got a catalog that's just crazy. Whether it's yours, whether you're inking it, y'all can sing the other songs that you've done for other people and be up there for 3 hours. So, Keri, when it's time for you to get your show list together, how is it that you say, I am going to narrow it down to this and give us an experience?
That is, it is a tough, it's a tough task. It is, because there's so many features. There's so many directions that my music could go, but this is R&B Money Tour. So I'm going to be singing. I'm going to be doing a couple records that I've actually never taken the opportunity or had the opportunity to perform. So fans will get something, a show that they feel is brand new for me. And I'm really excited to present that. I get to sing my R&B, my deep R&B cuts, my album cuts. And obviously the features and the hits. And it's just going to be really exciting. It's really, I cannot wait for this tour. And I'm actually just as pleased as Tank is to be kicking it off in New Orleans. I love New Orleans.
Yeah, and we love you too. Let me tell you, doing it with style and grace. Honey, show up and show out on them, okay? Okay.
Yeah, we might have to do a bounce version of something on this stage. I don't know. I love
New
Orleans bounce music.
Look, because if you don't, we're going to bounce it out for you anyway, so you might as well. What? Huda. We're like, wait, you know what?
Okay.
Catch you off guard. Just come prepared. That's all I can say. Carl, I already know that you are planning to roll out the red carpet. You're going to get up there and croon us. What you got in store for us with this?
This is for me, I've been doing this for so long, for so long that it's sometimes, in order for me to do what it is I have to do, I have to just reinvent my ideas and what have you, so I definitely have a few tricks planned, a couple of magic tricks, you know what I mean? A couple of monkeys, a couple of rabbits out their hat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and listen, above all, just grab one out of the crowd. She gonna be a happy camper and she gonna help you create the show. I promise you that. Hey, Tank, you know where you're coming. Don't act surprised. Don't be brand new. You know what I mean?
No, I've just rarely seen monkeys and magic. I love it. I want to see what happens.
Poof. Magic monkeys. Wait a minute. with all of you being in the industry for so long and doing these shows, I know that the stage has got to feel like an extension of home, right? But how is it that you managed to find a level of creativity to keep creating and it doesn't get dull for you, it doesn't get dull for the audience, especially now with social media, because everybody got your show. So every city is seeing the show before you even get there, right? How do you find that creativity within yourself to keep it fresh and to keep this R&B money rolling?
I think you just got the fans banned. You just got the phones banned from the tour. You just did that single-handedly.
Wait, are you going to put me on blast for that? Well, you know what? Maybe I deserve. Let them. Tell them, leave them phones at the
We
door.
are banning
Enjoy
the
this.
phones, and we are going to make people enjoy the show. Like
Yes.
actually themselves, not look
Yes.
back at it when they leave and enjoy it, but actually be in the moment and enjoy it. As far as the stage, you know what? I kind of liken it to, and I always tell people, listen, people want to hear you do you, no matter how many times you do it. If they bought a ticket, they came to see you do what you do. And Frankie Beverly has been doing that same show for I don't know how many years.
About 4
and
decades.
That arena is sold out. And they are waiting for their favorite moments. The same moments that he's been doing. They look at each other and say, here it comes.
Here we
better
go.
Get ready. We
You
about
better.
and
Absolutely.
so I tell artists, just
They're
do
right.
what you do. They came to see you do what. Don't you get bored with how good you are, because they're not. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
Do what you do.
I love it. I
This is
love
gonna
it.
be
And listen, every time that y'all hit the stage, Louisiana, from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, I mean, I have to say thank you to all of the heavy hitters. You know, we've had Affiliate Nation with Adrian Hammond bring you down. We've had Good Life over at Club Bella Noche with Q bring you out. And I know that now, because if you can't go to Bella Noche,
where can we go?
hey, but you know what? Rest in peace, because you know they had to close it. They had to close it. So just a moment of silence for Club Bella Noche.
Yeah.
But we're gonna turn up at the Fillmore. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn up at the Fillmore. May 10th. If you don't have your tickets now, you the one that's slipping, because I'm gonna have my ticket. It's a family reunion. I'm sorry that I got the phones banned, but it is what it is. Catch me outside. You know what I'm saying? What? Put your phone up. Come see about me.
There it is.
And I know that you all have so much that's going on. I wish you continued success, and I can't wait to see you at the Fillmore May 10th. You're going to be hitting cities until June 23rd. So as they're making their way to a market near you, make sure that you're logging on to therNBmoneytour.com. So I'm looking forward to this family reunion. I know you got more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much. See you soon.
All right. Okay.
Yes.